Hello everyone, welcome to Liberal Tarot. I'm Sherry and I'm a blue dot in a red state utilizing Tarot to help us navigate these interesting times we've got going on here in the United States. So I'm glad that you're here and welcome. Okay, this reading that I'm doing today has a little bit of an ick factor to it. The focus is going to be, I can't believe, Nancy Mace. So, what was interesting is I did a reading on Congresswoman MacGyver and how Nancy Mace has, done these, has put forth these articles, or it's not really impeachment, but to have her to have her expelled from Congress. And I thought that was kind of weird, like that it was just kind of weird. And we need to always remember that whenever MAGA does something just absolutely horrendous, there's usually like behind the scenes reason for that. Okay. And what came out from the Daily Beast reporting, and I watched the Occupy Democrats video on this, is that Nancy Mace has been, is being caught up in an extortion plot. And it appears that she kind of tried to get out ahead of it by, projection and confession. That's the best I can say. Is she's accusing the ex-fiancé of taking pictures of her without her consent, but he is saying, oh no, it was the other way around, that she's the one trying to extort these two houses, from him for her. I mean, it's just like, Nancy Mace. So what I want to do is I want to look, I can't even believe, I really don't want to look at this, but I'm going to. Just what's going on with this. It seems like, Trump's, one of his little darlings there might be in trouble with an extortion case. So as always, these are for entertainment purposes only. As I look into this extortion case against Nancy Mace. Trump only knows the best. And by the best, I mean the worst. So just a base reading into Nancy Mace and this extortion case. So what do we need to know about that? We probably don't need to know anything about this, honestly. But no, I'm actually asking, what do we need to know about this? Okay, entertainment purposes only. At the heart of this, we have things that are blocked. And as I was saying, we don't want to know this. And so this could be really the warning from Tarot saying, you really don't want to know the answer to this. Okay, but seriously, this is like things behind the scenes, things that are blocked from public view. Let's see if these things are going to be coming to light. And we have things, there may be more to this than I have to laugh because, sometimes Tarot does give us, really funny messages, and it's like, you don't really want to know. That's what this is saying. You don't want to know. Turn away now. Run while you still can. Okay, I'm being silly, and I'm being, because I do find it kind of funny, I guess. But this is, the heart of it is really things, there's more to be, there is more, beneath the surface, more that we don't know. And that's what this is. There's going to be more to come. That's what these two cards are. But wait, there's more. Okay. Options. Things are not all happy here in her world. And I'm almost wondering if it's like, things aren't going well in MAGA world. Is kind of the feeling here, like they portray this as, oh, we're these great, wonderful, family values. And she's getting caught up in like I could barely read any of the article because the ick factor is just, first of all, it's her, so the ick factor is really high. But it's like this thing of, we're just going to pretend like, we're all about family values. Okay, and this is past experiences. Hanged Man. This is a card of suspension. It's also a card in its lower energy, just if you think of it reversed. This is someone who doesn't have a leg to stand on. So, and I was asking, about her and what it is, and it's kind of like, I think that when this evidence comes out, more evidence comes out, you're going to see her in a very different light. That she is not all, family values. There's more to come. Okay. And recent influences. This is pages, messages, emotions, what was being offered. So you get, this absolutely could fall under extortion when it comes in a lower energy. And let's face it, Nancy Mace never going to be read in a higher energy of these cards. It's always going to be lower energy. So this very well could be extortion. I say that because, emotions, and this cup has got the little fish in it. And so, give me what I want. Okay. And extortion. Potential outcome here is this is messages, and also very quickly. And some of the stuff that she's been doing over there in the house, it's like, why is she doing the things she's doing? Well, she's trying to curry favor. That would be my... And that's not a tarot moment whenever I say she's trying to curry favor with Trump to kind of get her out of this mess. That's me, okay? And that's kind of like reading the room, like look at what's going on here. Do I need a tarot moment to say that she's trying to curry favor with Donald Trump? No, I don't think so. So you get this like very quickly. I think that she's trying to get ahead of the story, and that's why she's doing some of the things she's doing about saying, oh no, it was him, trying to point the finger elsewhere. Okay, so let's see what is going to come out in all of this. What's going to happen? With this, what's going to happen in this court case, and where this goes from here? She's trying to hold on. Okay, this is the Four of Pentacles is stability when it comes to security, prosperity, her reputation. She wants to hold on to that. Okay, and is she going to be able to? Here's the courts. That's just King of Swords is what I'm gonna see as the challenge, and also the King of Swords is what I'm gonna see as the courts, and this is the challenge to her keeping her her reputation is, and I use the word reputation, like she thinks it's a good reputation, I guess in MAGA world, the more awful you are, the better it is. And the courts, though, are going to have something else to say about this. Okay. This is big wands here. Messaging, but this could also be like discovery. Like, what are we going to find out through the filings and through discovery with this case? And it's definitely threatening, her public image, the past experiences. I'm going to see her kind of as this Queen of Swords. Double-edged sword. What goes around comes around. Be careful, of what kind of person you are, because that's going to come back and bite you. This is what I'm seeing with that. Recent influences. Yeah, she's like, I get this feeling like she's really trying to be like, Trump's little darling there. And, she really is. These Republicans, MAGA Republicans, think that they can do like the same thing Trump does and get away with it. And it doesn't work out for them at all. So this is her, just the past of her hopes and her wishes and her dreams of, in politics. And so she's trying to protect, she's trying to protect her reputation. She's also considering running for governor in her state. So there's a lot writing on it for her. And the potential here is moving, Six of Swords, moving in a new direction. I'm kind of wondering, swords can be court cases, and this is really just kind of moving in a new direction. So I'm trying to move these cards to where that glare is not on it for you. And moving these down so you can see them. Okay, so what is the Six of Swords? Like this moving in a new direction. What is this that the courts are going to say? And with that, she's wanting, here's the Emperor, Mad King Don. She's really wanting him to help her out. I don't know that he's going to. It's only if it's going to benefit him. And I don't know that he's kind of like, he wants to wait and see what's going to happen. This is the Magician is putting it all out on the table. Like he wants to see what all there is, and also like what she can do for him. he's going to expect something in return to help her out of this mess she's got herself into. Okay. So from the ex-fiance's point of view, and that just kind of, from the ex-fiance's point of view, what does he think? Like, is he, and I'll just do 3 cards. From the ex-fiance's point of view, where is he at in this? He owns the houses. I mean, that's just he owns these houses. Going back and forth, this is almost like maybe there was like something he offered, but she didn't take it. This is also, you've got the red hat and the troubled waters there in the back. So I think there's going to be communications that come out about, what she was trying to do. Okay. And this back and forth between, I'm seeing this as like text messages between the two of them that's going to come out. And I was asking from his point of view, and it's going to be kind of like supporting his side of the story. Okay. So I'm kind of seeing she doesn't have too much of a leg to stand on. He, from his point of view, is bringing receipts. Okay, and King of Pentacles. Yeah, he's in a much stronger position than she is. She's worried about her reputation. He just is like, here's the receipts proving my side of it. Okay, so coming back here, looking, she wants Trump to help her, but he's gonna wait. He needs to know what she can do for him, and filing those, that filing to expel Congresswoman MacGyver, I think that was part of it, is the feeling I'm getting with that of, look, this is what I can do for you. Let me curry favor with, Mad King Don there. And then with this, I'm looking here. Yeah, she just wants to move on from this. She's trying to preserve her reputation, as I'm kind of working backwards here. And that the heart of this is, oh, but wait, there's more. I think in Discovery, we're going to learn a lot more. And that's where we come back to this of the ex-fiancés bringing the receipts. So, the reading none of us wanted, but yet we got anyway, was about Nancy Mace. And then I was reading, like, she's trying to prove her point about the photo that could be the silhouette of her. My eyes, things I do not need to know, things I do not need to see. We will hear about that evidence. We do not need to see that evidence, is what I'm saying there. So with this, what it's looking like, to get back on track here and to be a little bit more serious about this, is that she's trying to protect her reputation. Anything awful that she pretty much does here on, moving forward, I'm going to say it's showing like she's wanting to curry favor with Trump. So the more awful she can be, the more she can try to help him, I guess. That's what she's trying to do, is to get his, curry his favor. The ex-fiance, he's got the receipts, and that is going to come out in Discovery. So, yeah, that's what that looks like. It's just MAGA being MAGA. Would we expect anything different at this point? No, we would not. So, do I want to say that this is one that I'll watch? I don't know if I want. I will. I will keep track of this to a degree, and as that Discovery happens, as long as the ick factor isn't too high on that, then sure, why not? I will do that reading. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. If you could like and subscribe, that just helps grow my channel, and I'll put another reading up here. I never remember. I think subscribe is here and maybe videos are here. For you to catch another video, just see what's going, especially if this is your first time here, check out some other videos. See what's going on here at this channel. So thank you for joining me, and I will catch you on the next reading. Have a good day.